Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Drive. Today we have a sporty and affordable car, which is a VW Golf GTI MK5. And before we go into detail, make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel, go to Instagram, TikTok, like us there. We do a lot of stuff. Help us out and let's start the review. Today's gonna be fun. Let's look at the typical Golf design language that is still to this day very nicely made and lets the car, especially the MK5, appear very modern. So in the front you have those design elements surrounding the grille in red. This grille is actually new, completely new, because otherwise you would have the VW emblem in the middle. The openings here make it a little bit more sporty. Then coming to the side, those are the typical MK5 Golf GTI rims, very big with those kind of roundish, looking a little bit like an Alfa Romeo wheel, but still very nice. I like them a lot. You have this pillar here at the back that looks the same on every Golf, from the first one to the latest one. They all have this big part here. You have this little spoiler. They started it with the Golf 4 and 5. They had a spoiler at the back to make it a little bit more sporty. Two exhaust pipes here. Those are sport exhausts. And what I like to call this part was lost with the Golf 6. This is like a diaper that they used. Other than that, it looks very nice. It's sporty and it's still modern looking, and that is nice about it. You can actually buy one of these from $2,500 to $10,000 depending on how good the quality is and if it has been maintained very well. So now let's look at the technical specs, talk about some stuff you need to watch out for when you want a car like this, and take it for a drive. Let's talk about some technical specs, beginning with this beautiful beast in the front. So the engine is called EA113 engine. It's a 4-cylinder 2-liter engine, turbocharged, producing 200 horsepower and 280 newton meters of torque. With the DSG, it can accelerate the car from 0 to 100 in 6.9 seconds with the manual gearbox in 7.2. It tops out at 235 kph, but with a stage 1 like this car has, it is capable of producing up to 250 horsepower, probably is going to top out at 250. The engine is actually very good, but there are some problems that can occur, like the high pressure pump makes some problems, and the carbon weld buildup could be a problem you need to sort out. But if you get one that always has maintained service, etc., you will have a great car that has a lot of potential of beating much more modern cars if you do a good tuning. So now, let's have a quick look at the interior. There's not much to talk about. The car is very basic. It's the 2005 Golf 5 GTI, so there are no screens, no extra gadgets, nothing. You have your climate control, your radio, you have 2 analog speedometers, the DSG down here with the flappy gearbox, a very nice leather steering wheel, kind of angled here. They started with it here. The funniest thing I noticed is, of course, the e-brake manual one, and when you kind of rotate this forward and take this out, you have a can opener if you want to drink and drive. Other than that, the car is very basic, but this one has something very nice, those leather seats, and they are really good and comfortable. They hold you tight into the seat when driving a little bit faster, which is very good, and I think it's a clean looking interior for such an old car. I like it. Let's look at some things that can go wrong and that you should watch out for. So for example, at the front we have some rusty parts. This car tends to rust. The headlights tend to get yellowish, so you won't get a permission to drive it on Swiss or European roads. Of course, you need to look out for the brakes buying a car like this. And here at the front, they have problems with rust a lot. At the front, here in the middle, of course, at the back, they really tend to have corrosion and rust, so you need to watch out for that. Otherwise, if you really get a clean one, this is actually a very fun car, and I'm going to prove that to you right now. All right, first meters with the Golf 5 GTI. The seats are absolutely wonderful. They hold you very tight when turning into a corner. I'm driving now currently in manual mode. You could also drive in D drive, so it shifts for you, and you can put the car into S for sporty, so it kind of revs higher and doesn't go into the higher gear before you really accelerate hard. So that is very good. The DSG feels actually very modern, I have to admit. I mean, the car is so old, it's 17 years old, and you can really shift without any problems. Let me show you what I mean. Let's accelerate from 0. I will accelerate one time with the ESP and then without ESP. So, stepping on the throttle now. Wheel spin, 2nd gear, 3rd gear. That was 100. Let's do it one more time, but without ESP. Hopefully I can get a better launch. It's wet outside. Let's see what we can do. So wheel spin all over the place, but it's very funny. It shifts so fast. Next gear in. 3rd, 2nd. Let's brake a little. 2nd gear. Listen now. 4th, 5th. Very quick. I mean, for such an old car, this is brilliant. This is brilliant. Honestly, I wish I would have had a manual gearbox, of course. I mean, small cars, hatchbacks, going into a corner, etc. That would be very nice, but this is much quicker. How is the cornering performance? Well, the car is very light, 1,336 kilos. In my perspective, what I feel, it feels quite modern. I have to tell you, it feels quite good. If you put some good tires on the car, if you put some great brakes on it, Brembo brakes, for example, or whatever, you can really track it. Really, you could really do that. It's not that heavy. Good tires, a good suspension, track the car, enjoy your life. But for a normal drive, I'm telling you honestly, I don't see. I drive a Skoda daily. I mean, this feels much more sportier, and I don't see a big difference. Although we are 15 years apart, it is still a very good and modern car to drive. Let's see if we can make something stupid. All right, friends, typical driving day through the woods with a Golf GTI. Can't see shit. All right, friends, so the main problem is with a car like this, with a hatchback that is very light, that has a lot of power, and it's not that expensive, the only thing you really want to do is trash it, trash it, trash it. So I'm going to take this finger, I'm going to press the ESP button so everything is off. Sadly, VW, they don't allow you to really turn everything off. Stability control is still on, but we can do some spins and the traction control is off. So now, manual, let's just drive. Rally moment. It's quite wet. Summer tires, that is good. Some crazy corners. Just pull it on the e-brake a little. And same thing again, pull the e-brake, smash it, and accelerate out. Well, and that's the thing you need to do with a hatchback. Approach the corner, pull the e-brake, get the back out, accelerate out of the corner, make it fine, make it a rally moment. Absolutely love it. And I think, friends, you got the message. It's not going to be the fastest car, but it's going to be a brilliant car for you to teach yourself driving, go on racetrack, not use a lot of money. It's not going to lose a lot of money, of course. And it's just a fun car. You're going to have a lot of fun with it. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and see you on the next one. Bye-bye.